Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
Completes it to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. Do you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he'll find Hines out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Going up top for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Open man here is Foster. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Ethan Westbrooks coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I don't think there could have been a better pocket for him to throw from, yet he never got rid of the football, and it goes down as a sack.
I mean, he had time to build a campfire back there. They still couldn't get rid of it.
I'll bring the s'mores next time.
Gold maybe not blessed with the strongest leg in the league, but he might be the most accurate. 2 for 2 from 50-plus a year ago, and he converts another one here.
Yeah, you don't want to play horse with Robbie Gould as a kicker, That guy can maneuver a football with his foot.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They'll be led out by a man who's made it back from injury, 35 years of age now, Alex Smith.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny in practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense gave those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, they run with Howard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This is Howard on second down. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. From the 27, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And who's got it? The Giants!
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. You don't know no better.
Smith on third down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for
have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Ready.
Now it's Gurley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines have...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as
we now proceed to the start of the second half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith, he completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Gurley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 50, it's Smith. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10.
On first and 10, Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, here's Smith. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Complete to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game win. Rodgers now on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. There's a second and 2 now from the 33. Quick pass out to Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. going deep this time. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Hines. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year.
Rodgers pass complete to
Now Gold for the extra point.
Touchdown, New York.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Giants 24. Patriots.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
58, right over there.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a pick. Up a 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
A 14-yard gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're running with Gurley, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing is Smith under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Todd Davis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
It's complete to Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They snap it to Smith. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
From the red zone now, Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The Giants on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Howard. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run with Hines. And all the way in. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at...
Ready. Hey, Delta. Come on, D. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Smith now to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, Wood.
At the 45-yard line.
Go 58's the mic. Watch.
On 1st down, Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pick it up, G. Hey, Mike 50. Hey, high 7. Now.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Let's go. 60 yards. Hey, dude. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Greg Olsen. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Patriots get a score closer. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
We got 3.
One last throw here for Smith. Steps away. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So So for the Giants, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things